What's going on, Broncos fans? It's your host Cameron of Broncos Beat, and I have another tight end I wanted to talk about today, and it's tight end Eli Raridon from Notre Dame. From what I've been able to get from him is that he is the best inline tight end of the draft, um, and so that would help with kind of replacing Adam Troutman because that's what he does, and he's not super great at it. It just Sean Payton really likes him for whatever reason. Um, but yeah, I wanted to show you what I'm seeing with him. So let's get into it really quick. So he quite often sets up either kind of set back, like on this one, or he'll be right on the line of scrimmage. Sometimes he'll be split out in the slot. So he's kind of done a little bit of everything. But let's get into it. So he's just off to the right of the line of scrimmage, quick flat. It's pretty good after the catch. Um, so that right there is showing a flat route. Just quick pass gets up the field. Right here, he's kind of in the same position, just on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage. This one is kind of like a corner route, essentially, is what he did. He gets wide open. He's not the fastest person by any means, but he does have some good speed. Right here, they brought him in motion. He's going to set up just off to the left of the line of scrimmage, or left of the offensive line, and quick tight end screen. Gets up the field for gain of 12. So right here, we're going to back this up a little bit. Right here, same kind of thing, kind of split back just ever so slightly. He's going to fake like he's pass blocking and then just run a seam route. And he's wide open. Almost gets to the end zone. Safety came over and made the tackle. Here's another one, just runs a seam right up the middle of the field. Ends up being kind of a post route in the end of it. Where he's able to find the open spots. Right here is where he's at. I believe this is another kind of seam. Nope, that's going to be a post. Kind of wraps around the linebacker there for a catch of 11. So right here, he had his hand in the ground. He's the one that, so far from what I've seen, he's the one that did that the most. Um, quick quick catch for good gain. It's again, he got he ran a wheel route there, able to get a good catch, and so he's a really good pass catcher. And so I want to move over here to some Jeremiah Love highlights is what this is, but just to kind of show you what he does as a pass blocker or run blocker, I should say. Um, and so right here is where he's at because hand. Sorry, that's the wrong player. I don't know what I'm talking about. He's actually right here, just off the line of scrimmage. So he comes right here to the linebacker. He's gonna seal him off. He wasn't the best at the beginning of the season at run blocking, but he did get better, like way better by the end of the season. Here he is right here, kind of split back. Right here and engages the defensive end or possibly linebacker, and he just drives him to the dirt. He's going to be right here, probably coming up to the linebacker here, able to keep him from making an impact on the play there. This time he's right here. Goes. Okay, so that was a pass play. We're going to just let that one play out. So this one, he was kind of in the backfield a little bit. He's going to be holding on this one. Gets right up, fits on the linebacker. He's got a good block there. And Jeremiah Love gets right in behind him. So that one, he didn't really have an impact. He was split wide, just kind of holding a player out. Okay, so he's right here this time. He's right up the middle here, engaging the middle linebacker, holds him, and Love is able to get up behind him for gain of 9 on that one. Here's a pass play. We're just gonna let this play out because here you go. He's right here at the top of your screen. Comes down and fits up on the defensive end here. And he just drives him back into the pile when he eventually disengages, but gets a pushback on him. Here's pass play. We're just gonna let this one go. Skip ahead a little bit, maybe. Okay, so he is coming up right here. Looks like he's gonna fit up here in the middle on the pole. That one wasn't a super great rep, but he's able to get hands on one of the linebackers and keep him from making an impact. Need to back up on that one. Um, I don't think he's in on this play, so skip ahead a little bit. Okay, right here is where Raridon is. Holding that linebacker right there while the running back just comes up and has some open field right in front of him. And so he's a very willing blocker. Um, one of the few inline tight ends that are in this draft. Oh, I like that rep. Gotta back that up. So right here is where he's at. He's gonna come up. The linebacker is gonna come down, and he's just gonna kick out basically. Actually, it was the safety that came down, but got a good kick out, made a hole. Um, but yeah, he's one of the few inline tight ends that are in this draft. I did make a previous video on the Wyoming tight end. He could also be an inline tight end. Raritan, I think, would be the best fit for the Broncos. We do have Evan Ingram, who is more of like your dynamic tight end, which is what a lot of Broncos fans are wanting, and like Kenyon Sadiq or Eli Stowers. That's not really going to help the Broncos. That's just going to take reps away from Evan Ingram. I think the Broncos need to upgrade the inline tight end, which is what Eli Raridon would do. And so I want to go over just a few different Notre Dame tight ends that have come into the NFL recently and also in history. Like you have Michael Mayer, who went to the Las Vegas Raiders. He's a solid tight end for them. Kind of stuck behind Brock Bowers, so kind of hard to get him on the field there. You got Cole Kmet, another good tight end in the NFL. Tommy Tremble for the Carolina Panthers, another good tight end in the NFL. Um, and then in historically you had guys like Kyle Rudolph and Tyler Eifert came from Notre Dame. And so they have a history of producing good tight ends. I wouldn't say they're like the best tight ends or anything, but Kyle Rudolph, Tyler Eifert, Cole Kmet, Michael Meyer, they're all solid tight ends. Tommy Tremble, solid tight end. And so they Notre Dame produces some solid starting tight ends in the NFL. Are they going to be like the best tight end in history? No, but they're solid producing tight ends. Having a guy like that would be an upgrade over Adam Troutman, who gets 200 receiving yards a year. A guy like Eli Raridon, I could see getting like 600 receiving yards. Um, but also he's going to be on the field the majority of the time because he can also block. So you're not going to get he's not going to be a guy say like Kenyon Sadiq or Eli Stowers, who's a dynamic tight end who's going to go for 1,000 yards receiving, but you can't put him in on run plays because they don't know how to run block or they don't do it very well. A guy like this is who the Broncos need. We got a really good receiving core. You got a good receiving back in RJ Harvey. He just needs to work on his vision a little bit. That's my biggest thing with him. But Eli Raridon is who the Broncos need to draft, and so he's projected to go anywhere about round 3 or 4 is where he's currently projected. And so it's possible you may have to trade up for him, or you could be able to get him with one of our 2 4th round picks. Um, I've done a couple mock drafts just for fun. I've been able to get him pretty consistently in the 4th round. So that's not to say a team's not going to take him sooner than that. That's just where he's currently projected is like a late third to like mid fourth. So that's just my thoughts on him. I think he is the tight end Denver needs to target in this draft. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and we'll see you in the next video.